Hey, what's up, everyone? This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say out these videos. I'm just doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. Jumping in real quick to go over a couple things in the market. Obviously, for me, I don't know about you guys, but the big one has been Beyond Meat's. Kind of iffy on this one, but I do think it has a big, similarity to like what we saw early AMC days. The only difference for me is it doesn't have that history like AMC or movie theaters have. So I think it'll probably be a quick run. It's obviously hit up to like $2.42, I believe, today at some point. When I first alerted it on my socials, it was sitting around 72 cents, and I know a lot of people were already ahead of me on it, talking about it then. There was some big news. It was yesterday, AWS was having outages. So that kind of caused some issues. I know a lot of Robinhood users were having issues getting in. And it wasn't only Robinhood, it was a few brokers that were having some issues. But it also kind of makes you think ahead, like, okay, if Robinhood can, and it wasn't just Robinhood, but I'm just, for instance, Robinhood or any broker can, on a day where the volume on something is super high and you try to buy and it rejects. That's what happened with crypto a few days ago. I don't know if you guys remember that. When it had that huge dip, people were trying to buy the dip and it was rejecting orders. And then a couple days later, you have to where the buy button is just grayed out. It's not telling you can't buy, but it's just not available, and then when you do push a purchase and it finally lets you into purchase, you're just getting that loading wheel. So it kind of makes you, skeptical or worried if there is something huge that ever happens, a big squeeze, a big payout with one of these meme stocks that has huge volume. That's why I guess I go back into one of the original facts, or original, I don't know if facts is the right word, original things we used to discuss early in the AMC GameStop squeezes in 2020, 2021 is getting with a broker that you feel is reliable. I don't hear a lot of people have any trouble with E-Trade, Fidelity, but I do hear a lot of people having trouble with like Robinhood or Webull or other ones like that. So, and I can't for certainly say, oh, this broker is the better one or this is the worst one, but I can say that there's been a history with a couple of brokers. So, sometimes history repeats itself. Sometimes they might fix it and move on, but it's up to you to make that determination to decide if it's worth having a broker that's got a lot of issues, or continuously had issues. So, just be cautious, especially if you're new to the market and you're going in and some of these are very user-friendly. Like Robinhood is very user-friendly. I use it randomly and I'm thinking, man, if they could just make all of them like this. Sorry, this thing's bothering the hell out of me. It's a piece of lint, but it's not. It's like, anyways, sidetracked. See what I'm saying? That's why you don't take financial advice from me. I'm having like a squirrel moment, like squirrel. But make your own decisions, but also I would urge you to really do your own research, like really do research, really do your due diligence when it comes to stocks, when it comes to CEOs, when it comes to even the broker you're going to buy out of, do that way. When it comes down to it, you have no one to blame but yourself. If something goes wrong or something goes right, you're not going to say, oh, I only made it because, my buddy told me to do it, or I only failed because YouTube told me to do it. You want to put it on your own shoulders, and it tends to go better that way. But yeah, Beyond Meat, I don't know where it's going to land. That one's just kind of a mystery. Right now I'm in at a little over 80 cents a share in the beginning. Oh, that's a lie. I was in at 80 cents a share by the time I bought in. I've averaged up since then. Not much. I'm around $1 something, but I didn't do a whole lot of it. I didn't throw a whole big chunk in it. I know a couple people that did, and they're up a huge amount already. A couple of the people that I know that I hang out with and talk stocks with, we didn't talk about Beyond Meat together. They kind of got in on it on their own, and I got in on it on my own. I saw some stuff on Facebook and Reddit, but one of my buddies got in before this last jump like way earlier, and I want to say he was at like 50 cents. He's averaged up to like almost $1, but he put a huge chunk in, and I'm thinking, you kind of kick yourself sometimes, because there's this, you're never going to have the magic ball. You're never going to know, that if I would have put in a large chunk, there's life-changing winning right there. So that's why the stock market is so, I guess, cool. It's a good thing, man. People, outsiders or people that are new to the market, are going to say, oh, it's gambling, you can lose your money. But I've witnessed people I know, I've grown up with or hung out with, or family members, who are willing to risk more than I am, actually just blow up financially, in a good way, not a bad way. But for me, I play it the way I play it, and I have to live with it. I am not willing to lose $2,000, $4,000, $5,000 on Beyond Meat. So I'll throw $300 or $400 in, and if I can leave up $300 or $400 on it, I'm good. Now, if it has a crazy squeeze and I feel like the volume's gonna keep pumping, yeah, I'll throw more in as it goes. But there's many plays like this. So if you're the type of person that doesn't have a lot of money, like I feel like I don't have a lot of money just to throw into the stock market. I got 5 kids, I got bills, I got, a lot of things to take care of. So it's just not feasible for me to say I can throw 10 grand in on one stock at this moment. And that's how I played AMC. I built it to this point now. If AMC ever goes over $4 a share, please, then we'll be all right. But there's this know your limits. It's your own wallet. Don't get caught up in what someone else is doing, because like I said, I know a lot of people personally very close to me that are able to throw in 5-10 grand on one of these plays, and it can make me sick when I realize that, hey, they made $30,000 this month off the market, and I'm up like $500. If you're up, it's a good thing, you know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up. If you made $100 this month, if you made $50 this month, $200 this month, you are up. So look at it that way. I know there's a lot of new traders on my page, so a lot of you guys are experienced, and it's like preaching to the choir. You already know, but let me know in the comments what you think Beyond Meats. If you're still here, it's a pretty long video. Sorry. If you're still here, where are you looking at it? It's very volatile, so I don't know if it's going to have a huge pop or if it's just going to sink back down. A lot of negativity in like a lot of the Facebook communities right now, and then a lot of positivity as well. So it's kind of, people are bad on each other on it, and so I don't understand the fact that, like, if you're not in on a stock and you see it rising and you just talk shit about it, though. I've never been able to fathom that. Like, I don't know if they're just upset that it's shouldn't be doing what it's doing and it's doing it and they didn't get in. But you'll always see people like, oh, that's trash. Why are you wasting your money? Don't throw your money into that fire pit, blah, 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 blah. And while I'm looking at my account saying I'm up 100% or whatever the case is, so that's another thing real quick. I've done this plenty of times. I've watched it rise, and my gut instinct, instinctual trades is the whole name of this page because of this. I've followed my gut and I've pulled out, and when I do, I've pulled out almost at the tippity top at a few of these just by following my gut. And I've had my gut tell me sometimes to pull out, and I don't pull out, and then it nosedives, and it never kind of goes back to that range. So you got to be patient. It might at some point, but I also do follow gut instinct, and I know a lot of people. I'm not trading with emotion. I'm trading with instinct. It's a natural human thing. If you have it, you utilize it. Not just in the stock market, in life in general. If you have good instincts, listen to it while you're playing, but don't get your emotion mixed up with it. Don't get them confused. But I don't know if you've ever felt that before, where you've seen a stock and it's been up to a certain point and your gut's telling you to pull out and you don't, and you just watch it tank. So I've learned at this point, if my gut tells me to do it, I do it. I don't look back. If it pops after and this has not happened to me yet, but I haven't had one pop after when I pull it out. I've had them come up after years of time again, where I'm thinking, oh, I should have just held it, but it's just the market. All right, man, I'm rambling on. Have a good day. Be blessed, and let's get rich soon. Peace.